The lineups are already out, and we now know who is really going to be playing where and to what level is this game at and what it means for these particular two clubs in here for you. So smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name. We are heading into this London derby that everyone is really eagerly waiting to see how things will obviously pan out for any of the sides that is obviously going to be taking part in this particular encounter. I repeat, Arsenal is hosting a side known as Chelsea. It's a big London derby, and let's head and see how things will obviously pan out, because these respective managers for these respective teams have gone ahead to obviously come out and really name their starting 11s in there for you. For the side of Arsenal, here we go. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Nkapie, Rice, Zubimendi, Eze, Saka, Trossard, and Victor Gyökeres. Then when you go to the subs, Azebalaga, Mosquera, Jesus, Martinelli, Nogard, Madueke, Kai Havertz, Carafiori, and Lewis Kelly. That is the starting 11 for the side of Arsenal in there for you. Now, when we get to Chelsea have gone ahead to come up with the following starting 11 in there, and they've opted for Sanchez, James, who is the captain, Sarr, Chalobah, Hato, then Caicedo, Andri Santos, and Carl Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, Neto Pedro, and Yao Pedro. That is the starting 11 for the side of Chelsea. When you go to the bench, they have Jorgensen, Achimpong, Tosin, Badiashile, Gusto, Lavia, Garnacho, Delap, and McGeough. That is the side of Chelsea for you. So that is the starting 11 and the bench for the side of Chelsea, as they've gone ahead to choose to really line up as follows in there for you. So from there, we obviously head to what we call the team formations that these respective managers have gone ahead to obviously choose. Now, for Arsenal, they've shifted from a 4-3-3 and they've gone in for a 4-2-3-1 system. And how are they lining up? Like, let's obviously get onto this board and see how the manager is obviously lining them up like. Now, we do have David Raya in goal, Timber right back, Nkapie left back. However much his brother has been kidnapped by wrong people in Ecuador, he's like, this is not the first time I'm into this situation. I have to come up and obviously represent to the club of Arsenal. And it shows you the spirit of this player. It's really one of the spirits that are really rare to find. Then Gabriel Magalhaes left back, Saliba right back. You get? So in the double pivot, it's Zubimendi, Martin, and Rice Declan to obviously play the double pivot. Saka is playing as a right attacking midfielder, and Trossard is playing as a left attacking midfielder. Ebelechi Eze playing as a central attacking midfielder, and Victor Gyökeres will obviously lead the line. Now, people haven't gone to understand one of the reasons as to why Eze is being played in this system. And I tell you, when he's being played in that system, he thrives a lot. Other than that of 4-3-3. Why? He really has a lot of space to operate. He doesn't really track back a lot to get into these spaces in here. And he's always near this guy who goes by names of Victor Gyökeres. You understand? So I think in this system, I trust him to obviously come out and really thrive to the fullest. That is it. And I know he will come up and obviously put out a very huge shift in there for you. So that is a player known as Ebelechi Eze. Ebelechi Eze comes into this game of football after scoring a brace against a team known as Tottenham Hotspur, right? And even Gyökeres is also another one who has gone ahead to obviously come up and obviously do the needful and really score another beautiful brace against Tottenham Hotspur. And all those were London derbies, right? And this is also another London derby to come to yet to prove to us that the lad is really up the levels that we think can come up and obviously shock these other opponents that are obviously going to be facing in here. So that is the starting 11 for the club of Arsenal, and we wait to see how the manager will obviously go on with this, especially Arteta and Rosinia, who is the manager for Chelsea. Chelsea too have gone in for the same system, and it's a 4-2-3-1 system, and Rosinia has chosen that. Then Sanchez in goal, Rich James right back, Hato left back, Chaloba and Sa in the central defense. Santos and Moise Caicedo are playing in the double pivot. Carl Palmer, right attacking midfielder. Pedro Neto, left attacking midfielder. And Enzo Fernandez, central attacking midfielder. And Yao Pedro is leading the line. Obviously, on paper, it's really a very beautiful team. That is it. It's a very, very beautiful team to obviously come out and really look at it. And with the manager paying respect to Arsenal, I think it can give him results that he really wants, especially in this particular encounter, as he has gone ahead to play with two CDMs. That is Andre Santos and Moise Caicedo. And Enzo Fernandez is another supportive player in that particular position, though he's being played as a central attacking midfielder. But we all know to it that wherever you play Enzo Fernandez in that midfield, he goes ahead to obviously thrive and really shine. You understand? So that is all about a guy known as Enzo Fernandez. So that side is really going to be very important for this particular encounter, and we wait to see how these teams will obviously do the needful. Now, I think the benches will mean a lot in this particular encounter. When you look at Arsenal, if you want to bring on players that will change the game, there is Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Martinelli, Noni Madueke, Kai Havertz. They're having 4 players that can equally come up and obviously change this game of football. For the side of Chelsea, they do have Liam Delap. They do have Mark Guiu and Alejandro Garnacho. Those can come up and obviously change this game of football. And I think they do have a lot of defenders. Tosin, Badiashile, Gusto, and Achempong is also a defender in there for you. Ramiro Lavia is a midfielder, though he can come up and obviously change something a little bit because of his style of play, but not as anticipated in there for you. But I think Arsenal really stands a very huge chance to obviously come and obviously walk away with the 3 points from this particular encounter in there for you. So that is how things have gone ahead to pan out. But Martin Odegaard is out, but Kai Havertz is on. Now, I'm just looking here to see what Arteta has gone ahead to say about Martin Odegaard. That is it. So, Gyökeres is in fine form. You know the number of goals that's gone ahead to score this year, you know, and I think Saka might find himself really enjoying a little bit more because Cucurella always made it hard for him to obviously create magic off that right attacking side of the midfield for the club of Arsenal. That applies to be the left back defensive side for the club of Arsenal. You understand? So that's exactly how things are really happening in there for you. So Havertz is on the bench, and remember the last time they played on the stadium in the Carabao Cup, you know how things went down. It was all about a side known as Kai Havertz really scoring the winner for the club of Arsenal in the dying minutes. Not so? So we're here waiting to see how everything will obviously pan out for the side of Arsenal. But it's really going to be a highly heated up game. If you know, you know. And obviously, the coach of Chelsea was asked with Gyökeres from Brighton days. He said, I worked with Victor Gyökeres at Brighton, he's under 23, and saw him come through to the first team here. Sorry, there. He had a degree of physicality and pace to stretch the game in behind, and he's starting to build his confidence and he's shown he can score goals. Obviously, I told very many people that Gyökeres never had a preseason with the club of Arsenal, right? So, if he really never had a preseason with the club of Arsenal, you obviously understand that he needed these games to act as his preseason, you get? And he was learning on the job to obviously play with these players. And you see to it that now he's really hitting the ground running. And I think he has gone ahead to hit the ground running at a very beautiful stage of the season. You know, with Arsenal left with 10 games to go, you need him to obviously come up and really fight for you when it comes to scoring goals. The good thing is that when a number 9 like that is on fire, you know, all things go in his favor. He can even score goals that he has never even thought of really scoring. And that's why you see to it that he is really putting in a shift that everyone is appreciating at the club of us. That is Victor Gyökeres, shot I think number 14 for you, and he's really doing wonders at the club of Arsenal. When you look at him this season in the Premier League alone, you know, looking at him in the Premier League alone, he has gone ahead to bag in 10 goals with 0 assists. That is it. UEFA Champions League, he's having 4 goals. And in the AFL Carabao Cup, is having 1 goal. You know? And FA Cup, Arsenal first played which team? I think he never scored. FA Cup. Let me look at Arsenal. All I know in the FA Cup, they played... they played Wigan. He never scored. And even the other game, he never scored, meaning that the FA Cup, he doesn't have any goals in there for you. But he's really doing wonders for me, and I'm really loving exactly what he's really putting out on the field of play. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Victor Gyökeres. So it's really going to be a very good game for us to watch. And when that game of football is done and dusted, I'll come up here and obviously let you know what the results are in. But you know my predictions already. 2-1 win for the club of Arsenal. Now, we are having Rosinia reflects on Carabao Cup semi-final exit to Arsenal. He said, you've always disappointed to lose. You are always disappointed to lose out to one of your Londoners in there for you. London rivals in the semi-final of the cup competition. There were availability issues. It's not an excuse. It's a fact. The first leg, I was here for 4 days. There was really good structure about us without the ball. With the ball, maybe we would have been more front-footed. In terms of going out to win the game, there was a clear idea that the players carried out very well. We didn't get the result we wanted, and we want that to change on Sunday. That is today. So, Arteta on Odegaard's fitness, he said, Kite went really well. He's fit and available. Unfortunately, Martin is not feeling totally comfortable with any injury. We decided not to risk him. Now, this is what I told you in my match preview yesterday, that I see no reason as to why they should be risking Martin Odegaard, you know? And in my probable starting 11, I never really gave him a spot in my team. Do you know why? Because I know they are rushing this guy. That is it. I'm 100% sure they are rushing this guy. So, if they were not rushing this guy, I tell you, a lot would have gone ahead to happen in his favor. You get? And he came up off the bench last time, created a goal, and now he's back. Can they let Martin Odegaard rest? Because if you're having Kai Havertz and Ebelechi Eze, that number 10 position can be sorted very well. Let the lad rest and let him recover. And if I'm Martin Odegaard, however much I would love to see Arsenal lift the trophy, I think they'll lift it. You get? Just see yourself, get where you're supposed to be, and wait for the World Cup. You get? Because I know this is first match. Even if he misses out on the first 3 weeks of March, he'll be having some more, how many? April, May. Those are 8 weeks. Plus, he'll be having 10 weeks to play. Why doesn't he accept that he needs to obviously really be there? So let's wait and see how things pan out, but let him rest. Now, I'm having K5K, very happy for the update. All right. I'm having Ivan, Arsenal win. And let me obviously end this poll and see what you guys have gone ahead to say about it. We do have 64% calling in for an Arsenal win. Chelsea win 18%, and the draw calls out for an 18%. So that's it, and that's what we had in here onto the Rokani Media Football, and we out. Bye bye.